car to the pole position man, McDillan, who's on the left of your screen there. His quest didn't arrive, so he had to rent a car to get into second place, number 7. They're just forming up their grid at the moment. As Alan said, this is the second of the Formula Ford races. When we see the man at the back with the hand in the air, the lights will change to red and then they will go to green.
And there's the man on pole position. That's McDillan there. Close up of him, number 98 in the Brian Chute Cargo sponsored car. Alongside him, Cliff Dempsey, number 7 there in the Crosley. Going to be very close, very experienced man, number 24 in the second row there in the Crosley 55F, Dave Griffin. But a beautiful start by Dylan. Dylan has made a really beautiful one. Cliff Dempsey in second place, then young Bernard Dolan just coming into the picture there in third place, and rather slow off the line, Dave Griffin.
Yes, Dylan made a very, very good start. Dempsey actually turned to look to see could he close the door, but Dylan wasn't there. He'd gone. He'd a car length on him at that stage, and a good lead here. As I said, the ironic situation, Mick Dillon driving the car that's owned by the second place man who didn't get the new car for this meeting and had to revert back to a 7-year-old car, a Crosley 32F. And you can see the difference in the two cars. Dillon already with a 10-car lead, and Dempsey coming under fierce pressure in second place.
Bernard Dolan there in third place, and then in fourth place we have Derek M. Daly. Derek M. Daly in the much modified Crosley 30F. But look at young Bernard Dolan and trying down the inside to take second place on an absolute gaggle. Really classic Formula Ford stuff. There's Dolan up into second, a superb move. When this young man is on form, he's brilliant.
Yes, bumping Cliff Dempsey out there to the outside. A wheel on the grass could have been a nasty situation. 28 there, Dolan way in tight on the inside. And Derek M. Daly, another famous Daly here. Derek is the president of the Irish Racing Drivers Association and rules with an iron fist. A great competitor and has modified this old car to his own design. You can see the nose is different to most of them. He's put radiators on the side. What a gaggle coming in here. Dempsey being eaten alive now in this car. And that's Dave Griffin there tucked in behind him. So Dempsey slipping back all the time.
But it's Michael Dillon. Experience tells. This is the Van Diemen that he's just obtained recently. Dolan in the 60F. Surely he's going to go. How he held that one, I'll never know. Very, very sideways as he came round Esso. And it's enabled Derek Daly just to get a little bit closer. Look at this. Dillon, Dolan, Daly, the 3 Ds. And then we have Dempsey. 4 of them, in fact, all coming through. Then another one that, in fact, is Dave Griffin, and he is under tremendous pressure there from the Crosley Cup winner, O'Reilly. But Dolan, Bernard Dolan there, holding off the very experienced Derek Martin Daly for second place.
Yes, Dillon at the moment is having an easy run because with Dolan and Daly, all these Ds, really attacking each other, he can't relax too much, but he doesn't have to watch the mirrors. You can see the arms of Dolan working well there, the car inclined to oversteer. That's what happens when you turn in and the tail comes round to meet you. Some drivers like a little bit of understeer, which pushes the front forward. This is very much an oversteering car. Look at the hands move all the time. He's twitching, and Daly in a lovely position, sitting there watching every move. If he puts one foot wrong, Daly up beside him and up into second place.
So McDillan leads in the Van Diemen. Then the 2 Crosleys really at it, and look at that boom burst as they came down into the hill there. That was O'Reilly in the dark blue car, but it's still in third place. Cliff Dempsey, an absolutely tremendous one. O'Reilly really trying hard, number 22.
Yes,
and
this is good. And there's another one on
another one over the top there, I'm afraid, number 37. And that's Kieran Sheridan, who we saw in the earlier race doing so well. I think he's perfectly okay. They're just putting the car back in his wheels. There he is, strapped in and asking to be released from the seatbelt. And the marshal's being very careful in case there are any broken bones there to lift him back gently. So Kieran Sheridan, then number 37, the Wexford man, a newcomer to racing, perfectly okay. There's the leader.
Yeah, slightly sideways there, Dylan. Again, the Irish Motor Racing Marshals. No panic, no situation. Turned the car up on its side, undid the safety belts, made sure he was okay, and just slowly. Now, this is a battle that's really happening in the background. Daly there lost a bit of ground. That's Dempsey. Now, they're fighting like nobody's business here. Griffin is in there. It happened the last time up at Dunlop there. They just got too close, locked wheels, and over he went. But this is a good motor race.
Very interesting situation there. You've got Jerry O'Reilly just ahead of Dave Griffin, this year's Crosley Cup winner from last year's. But there, number 7, Cliff Dempsey, holding off all this gaggle of more elderly Formula Fords. And I think that was Dave Griffin going very slowly. I think he's in trouble. He seemed to have pulled off. And you can see there's quite a gap now as O'Reilly goes down the inside. This County Meath farmer really having a go there and taking Cliff Dempsey, who seems to be dropping back.
Yes, as we saw in the last race, if you leave that door open, now he just left the door open and in he goes. He's locking wheels there and he's already all over Derek M. Daly. So a good drive from O'Reilly.
And there, in fact, is Kieran Sheridan up in the bank, perfectly okay. Probably more worried about pounds, shillings and pence now than his health, but he's perfectly okay and he'll live to race another day. And here comes the leader, down now to complete his 5th lap of this 10-lap race, half distance. And as you can see, it is far from decided. Dolan in 2nd place, Daly 3rd. But look at this man, O'Reilly, really on a massive attack here.
Yes, he's passed about 4 cars. He's got himself right up now. Dolan is in a reasonably happy position with Dillon 1st and 2nd. Look at him having a look at the outside. Derek M. Daly is not the easiest man in the world to get by, but that isn't what motor racing is about. You've got to find a way by. Derek driving well up on the curb there, out, but look the way O'Reilly this time could catch him all the way. All the wheels locking up here. The last time he's having a look down the inside. Derek is locked up. He might just get the nose in. No, Derek still holds on. Made a bit of ground there, actually.
Well, one sure sign to see when a driver is trying is usually that the head is dipped forward in the cockpit. And you can see that Daly's... Oh, and he got him! A beautiful one! O'Reilly down, but it's gone. And the two of them are out. And Daly has lost his rear suspension. Well, that's a shame. Something I suppose had to give, but quite a lot gave there, I'm afraid. And so we've seen 2 really hard charges out of the race. But it's going to be very... No, O'Reilly's still there.
Well, that Scandal in the back car's moved up. O'Reilly there with the nose being flapped, much like our mini race. But the black car there, Bob Scanlon, they're driving all over Cliff Dempsey at the moment. They're all bunched up together. There's our race leader, Mick Dillon, away in the nice little oversteer there all the way through, changing gear. Nobody to hassle him now. Coming down into Esso. What happened at that time was that O'Reilly got up the inside of Derek M. Daly. That's Dolan there in a secure 2nd place. And now we have the battle royal. Dempsey back into 3rd, followed by Scandon, followed by Mick Cullen, who graduated. On the inside of that bunch is O'Reilly. The 2 cars there touching. Number 22, O'Reilly, got going again, and he's back in the fight again, and won't be long before he's moved up a place or 2.
Well, this is a startling performance from O'Reilly, and it's very interesting because he's going to get... Oh, and Scanlon's gone round. Scanlon goes round, and how did everybody miss him? Another miracle of Mondello.
Yes, and the man that came out of it best of all, again, out on the outside there was O'Reilly. He just held his place. He's actually going to try and go round the outside of Michael Cullen there, who's graduated from the last race. Cullen driving a great race here. Now he's well up with some of the favourites and a very, very good performance. But look at the head of O'Reilly. He's just looking for any gap underneath, over anyway. Now, and I think he will do the same going up to Donovan. He's just about to lose his nose cone. He can still see around that. The best thing could happen for him is for it to go. Let's hope his radiator, which is there, is not damaged now. The sprint Van Diemen pulling away. That's the white car from Michael. Look at the way O'Reilly closes under braking. At the moment he can't see very much, just in around the outside of it. But this is where it all happened on the last lap. Let's see, does he try the inside again for a late break? Watch the left of your screen. There he is coming up the left-hand side. He did not close, and there goes his nose. Now he's in a position to have a go and get on with it. Oh, Cullen made a mistake. If we see a long shot, yes, Cullen made a mistake, and he's through. O'Reilly is through. He's lost 2 places, Cullen.
So O'Reilly certainly providing the entertainment. Now up into 4th place. It's Mick Dillon. They have completed 8 laps of this 10-lap Shell Super Oils race. There's Dolan, number 28, in 2nd place. And then we have a long gap before this absolutely titanic battle being led at the moment by Cliff Dempsey. And I was going to say a few laps earlier, but I didn't get the time, was that it's going to be very interesting to see Jerry O'Reilly when he gets into the very latest spec, Works Crosley as a prize drive later on in the year. But there is Mick Dillon. And Dillon, a very experienced man. He's been runner-up in the Irish Championship. He's never actually won it. Bernard Dolan, only in his second year in the background there, motor mechanic, and with the very latest machinery. And now Cliff Dempsey has pulled away a little bit from in third place, but there is O'Reilly, nose coneless in fourth place, still with a bit of a problem behind him. And that looked like Kieran McLaren. Kieran McLaren, number 88, going round.
Yes, he was the winner of the C race that graduated him up into this race. But O'Reilly, I think, can settle down now, and with a good chance can begin to harry Dempsey. Dillon, this is his first race this year. He hired the car, as I said, from Cliff Dempsey. It's his first race. He came down to practice during the week to shake off the cobwebs, and he's put it on pole position for this qualifier. Cliff Dempsey through, and there's the Noldus O'Reilly. Cullen, there we go. 21 there is Bill Griffin, another graduate from the C race. So we've got the graduates doing very, very well now in this B race, and some of the fancied runners, as we saw, in the bank.
So, Michael Dillon, and you can see that the only one who's really given him any trouble at all there is Bernard Dolan. There's the third place man way, way back, and ready for the checkered flag. So a very good win indeed from Michael Dillon, from pole position to the flag. Bernard Dolan coming right up the grid to take a good second place. Third is Cliff Dempsey, and a superb performance there by Jerry O'Reilly, number 22, in fourth place. Cullen is fifth. And then I think it was